Today I'm going to be giving away a free t-shirt, bringing you a Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown, revealing books I buy every week, and, if I screw up enough, a blooper reel. How y'all doing? I'm Victor, and you are watching The Comic Hero Show. Welcome to this week's edition of The Comic Hero Show. I'm your host, Victor Nunley, and I am The Comic Hero. Coming to you for Clint's Comics here in Monroe, Louisiana. And this month of September is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. And in observance, I'm wearing this childhood cancer themed Comic Hero tee, and to go along with it, this ribbon. Now, I personally know parents who have children who are living with cancer. I personally know parents whose children have died of cancer, and I personally know folks who were diagnosed with cancer when they were very young and they beat it. And in this episode, wearing this shirt, I want to offer some hope, because I want to offer hope to the parents who have children with cancer. This is a time where your children need you the most. Be encouraging to them. Do all you can, because let me tell you something, adversity is temporary. And I just want to let all the children who are living with cancer to know, you may have cancer, but it does not have to have you. All right, it's time to give away a free t-shirt. All right, last week I asked, which classic Spider-Man villain almost married Aunt May? Well, the answer is Dr. Octopus. Now, you could have said Dr. Octopus, you could have said Doc Ock, you could have said Dr. Otto Octavius. I would have accepted that. I mean, heck, if you said the superior Spider-Man, I probably would have accepted that too, because after all, he technically was the superior Spider-Man, although he was the worst Spider-Man I've ever seen. All right, well, 14 people have answered correctly, so I'm about to draw their names. So the winner of the free Comic Hero tee for this week is Otis Thompson from Homer, Louisiana. So congratulations, Otis. You win yourself a free Comic Hero tee. Oh, he goes to the church that I play the piano at, by the way. All right, here is the question for next week's episode. Now, you're really going to have to do a little research on this one. Well, not a lot. Now, the Fantastic Four were one of Marvel's first characters. They were present at the beginning of the Marvel Universe. What year did they make their debut? Everyone who answers correctly will be entered in a drawing for a free Comic Hero tee in next week's episode. Now, no one has requested a Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown for this week's episode. However, I have one of my own, and this one is Villain versus Villain. Representing DC, we have Amazo. And representing Marvel, we have the Absorbing Man. These two are going to duke it out in a segment I like to call
The Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown.
Welcome to the Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown. Today, it's Amazo versus the Absorbing Man. Amazo possesses the ability to duplicate any and all metahuman abilities. The Absorbing Man possesses the ability to mimic any form of matter or energy via physical contact. Who will win? This will be a fight to end all fights. Amazo would start off by duplicating the Flash's powers. He would run circles around the Absorbing Man and punch him in the face. Big mistake. The Absorbing Man becomes living lightning, and the two would trade punches for minutes on end. Realizing that he's evenly matched with the Absorbing Man, Amazo would then duplicate Mira's powers and telekinetically send a tidal wave of water on top of the Absorbing Man. The latter gets electrocuted, but he also absorbs the water and sends it back at Amazo. Observing how strong the Absorbing Man is, Amazo duplicates Superman's powers. To counter, the Absorbing Man absorbs the ball and chain he carries around and becomes living iron. The two would then charge at each other, and that's how it ends. Amazo covers up his fist with a replica of Batman's glove and punches the absorbing man into pieces. Amazo wins. And that concludes this fight on the Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown. Alright, well, I hope you enjoy the Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown, and next week I'm actually going to have a Throwdown Showdown requested by someone. However, if you have a fire request for future episodes, contact info is down there. Alright, let's get to the comics I bought this week.
Comic books I bought this week.
First up is Green Lanterns number 7. This is the start of a new story arc called Family Matters. Now, the old story arc, both Simon Baz and Jessica Cruz had to deal with taking down the Red Lantern Corps after they decided they wanted to take over Earth. And now this is a new story arc. Now, right after I got off of work a little earlier, I decided to go over to Books A Million in Monroe and buy one more book because I could not find it at Clint's when I did last week's episode. So here it is. It's Green Lanterns number 5. Now, this is the next to last chapter of the Red Planet story arc, in which Simon Baz and Jessica Cruz are trying to stop the the Red Lanterns rather, from attacking Earth. And it's come with a cost. I mean, for example, Jessica Cruz's sister was plagued by the Red Lanterns, where the only thing she can think about is hate. Now, with that book, that now brings my total up to 7,468. Next up is Detective Comics number 938. This is the continuation of Rise of the Batman, and they are locked and loaded and ready to take down some bad guys. Now, this book is a little different from all the other Batman books because this is a team book. It doesn't just star Batman; it also stars Red Robin, Spoiler, Orphan, Batwoman, and Clayface, and they're all out. Are out to protect Gotham. Next up is Batman number 4. Now, this is the Soul book. However, he's having two superpowered teenagers by the name of Gotham and Gotham Girl, and he's trading them for some oncoming threat that's coming to Gotham real soon. And it's going to be a crossover between this book, Nightwing, and Detective Comics, and I can't wait to read it. Next up is Superman number 7. This is the epilogue issue to Son of Superman, the first story arc in this new series. And in the last one, Superman had defeated the Eradicator and had unleashed all the souls of the people that died on Krypton. And then at the very end of it, he takes John, who happens to be his and Lois's son, to the Justice League Watchtower to meet Batman and Wonder Woman. And he refers to him not only as John Kent, but as Superboy. And then finally, Cyborg number 1. Now, this is a new Cyborg series. It's written by John Semper Jr., who's most famous for being a series writer on the Spider-Man cartoon from the 90s. And it's drawn by Paul Pelletier, who is no stranger to DC whatsoever. He's worked with Green Lantern and The Flash. And this is a continuation from Cyborg Rebirth. He's going up against this new threat named Malware, who wants to take over Star Labs, and he defeats him. But in doing so, he finds out something very disturbing about when his father, Dr. Silas Stone, had saved his life. He found out that in the event that Cyborg would try to get out of hand, there'd be some kind of device that that's to end his life. What kind of father is Silas Stone anyway? Anyway, that's 5 I bought, which brings the total number of comics that I bought since December of 1997 to 7,473. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this week's episode, and here's the question of the week for a free tee for next week's episode. What year did the Fantastic Four make their debut? Everyone who answers correctly will be entered in a drawing for a free tee in next week's episode. But if you don't mind buying a shirt from me, for adults, they're $10, and for children, they're $5. I just hope this me wearing this tee is I'm doing this to raise awareness for childhood cancer awareness because it's Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, and I just hope that I offer a little hope to children with cancer and their parents as well. I've said before, it's such a shame when somebody has to live with cancer, but it can be very devastating when it's a child. Although I have to say this, I hate to say this, but it's true, but cancer has no age. But to quote what Stuart Scott had said months before he passed away at the ESPYs back in 2014 rather, we're not defined by the way. Cancer does not define who we are. It only matters how we deal with it. Well, kind of paraphrasing him rather. Yeah, because like I said, cancer, you may have cancer, but it doesn't have to have you. All right, next week's episode, I'm going to be wearing a polycystic ovarian syndrome themed comic hero tee. It's going to be not a tee, a polo rather, and it's going to be aqua colored. I wore the same tee last year in episode 80. Well, polo. Why do I keep saying tee? But I'm going to wear this polo. I wore this polo last year in episode 82, and I'm going to be wearing it again. And then 2 weeks from today, the 3rd anniversary episode of the Comic Hero Show. I'm going to, it would really do my heart good if some of y'all came out to this in 2 weeks. 3 years, folks. I'm very happy. I mean, I'm very, very blessed to be doing it. I mean, to be showing this. I mean, doing this show for y'all. To and so I can share my love for comics with y'all. And you know what? I'm saying this. It's not even 2 weeks from now. But hey, will I have a cake made just like I did for the 100th episode earlier this year? I might. But if you're in the area in about 2 weeks, come on out and be a part of it. All right, I'm Victor Nunley. I'm the Comic Hero. We'll see you next week for episode 131. Right back here at Clint's Comics. So till then, be safe, be blessed, be a hero.